Here's Jackie.
Oh, the hair countries.
Oh. check the hair, Jackie. You're upside down too. Oh, nice hair, nice. Right, let me just get up and running for Facebook and then we're on our way. Yes, we are on. Okay, forgot to put my phone off on Monday, so it was lucky that nobody wanted me. Right, so those of you that haven't done too much recently, you know the rules. Be careful when you start off again today. Only do what you want to do. I'm going to do some sitting up work in our Pilates. At the end, the rest is the same. Everybody, thank you very much for saying, so those of you that have, is saying that they're liking this routine. So I will keep going until I come up to you at the end of September, and 1st of October is Kilmacombe. So 1st of October is a live class in Kilmacombe Community Centre, and then the 29th is a live class in Glasgow West End. So but I'll send it all out in a text. I just noticed the other day that when I'd given obviously the September details, I didn't add in the October 1st one, but I think all of you know I'm up in October. So we're getting into our swing. Nicely done, my little spiel. We know the swing is really good for us. And just go as far as you want or as little as you want, it's up to you. Lift your heels off though. Let your head rotate with your body, don't keep it still. And then back into the centre, shaking off the arms, legs. Onto the mat, soften the knees, little bounce. Breathe in, up we come, tap. Exhale down. Breathe in, up we come. Morning, someone's into Facebook, so morning, whoever it is, maybe it's you, Vicky. And over we go, or Beth. And come back. And over we go, or Joyce. And come back. Circle with your hands. Drop the hands down. Put your shoulder rolls back. And your shoulder rolls forward. See if there's any crunching going on. And then relax the hands, drop your chin to your chest. Bring the head to centre and then take it up to the ceiling, looking upwards. To centre, take the head over one side. And come back, take the head to the other side. And come back. Take the chin to the chest, rotation all the way around. To the bottom, and then rotation all the way around to the bottom. Take the hands onto the hips, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Sink into your front knee. Adjust your hips if you need to. And then lift the back heel up, push the ball of the foot into the mat. And then slowly drop it down, making an imprint, and just hold it there. Feel the stretch, bottom into the heel. Take the hands onto the front thigh as you straighten that leg. Push in. Pull the toes up, hold it up. Drop it down, bring your chest up. Take the back leg in and hold the stretch from the hip to the knee. And then slide it forward and hold on to the shin. Shoulders down, point and flex the foot. Circle. And then place the foot down, take the other foot back. Sink into the knee and hold. And slowly bring the heel up, hold it up. And slowly push it back down in control. Make an imprint. Hold it. Hands onto the thigh, straightening the leg. Pushing down, feel the stretch through the back of the leg, and then start to pull the toes up and hold them up. Drop the foot down, bring yourself back up. In your own time, take the leg in. And holding. And then slide the leg forward. Hip hold. Holding onto the shin, stretching into the hip. Pointing and flexing the foot and circling in your own time. And then place that foot on the mat and widen your legs. for your inner thigh. Over we go. Thank you. And then come up and over we go to the other side. Again, you can go as low as you want or stay as high as you want. And then bring yourself back up. Well done. We are warm. Feet 10 to 2, legs open, knees bent. Take the hands into prayer. Bring your elbows out. Make that connection between the palms. And take a moment for a little body scan before we start to work our body. If you think you need to protect one area, then please do. Take a breath in. As you exhale through the mouth, push the palms down. And then inhale, bring the hands back up, and exhale, push them forward. Inhale, bring the hands back to chest. Exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, bring the arms back down. If you need more than one breath and just do the movement and breathe naturally, then that's fine. Take a breath in, arms up. Exhale, push palms forward. Inhale, bring arms up. Exhale, drop down. Big inhale, bringing them up. Exhale, take the hands down. Last time, up and forward. In and down. Butterfly up. And then take the arms down to shoulder height and stop there. If you need to straighten the legs and come back down, do so. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate round. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Last one. Oh, actually, no, we need to do one more, sorry, because that makes it even. And then we're going to add on. So we reach up to the ceiling, we twist, rainbow sway. The arms come down, butterfly. The arms go up, butterfly, twist, and drop down. Thank you to see lots of arms moving, brilliant. And then come up. I'll see you in 2 weeks, live. And then last one. Oh no, it's not, because I've got to do the other side, sorry. And then drop down. Well done. Bring your arms up above the head, straighten the legs, palms together, bring the hands back down. I think we did a few more today than we did on Monday. Bodies are nice and warm to start off. On to our yoga. We're starting as normal in mountain pose. We're going to do a body scan and listen to our breath. So while we do that, let's take our hands into prayer today. Bring the elbows out. Feel your spine lengthen. Head light and lifted, and then close the eyes, and as you close your eyes, just feel your feet making a strong imprint into your mats beneath you, and then just listen to your breath, nose breath, as you feel the rib cage expanding and contracting. We're doing lots of noticing our breath in this routine. And just allow your breath to feel natural but strong. And then open the eyes, take one hand onto the opposite shoulder, take the other hand around to the base of the spine or to your hip. Take a breath in and exhale, nice and easy. We're pushing ourselves round and come back. We're doing it 3 times. You can go as little or as far as is good for you. So we're just twisting into the lower back and hips and waist. Come back. Swap over. Thank you. Don't rush. Take a breath in. Exhale. Think about the first one. And then come back and decide if you're going to go to the same place or further. And then last one. Nice and easy. Just rotation as easy as we can make it. And then come back. We're going to bring in a different one today. Bring your arms out, take the palms upwards. I'm just going to step forward so I've got room. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, back. Exhale, rotate. Other side. Inhale, back. So I don't want you to float from side to side. I want you to make each one carry on strong. So we stop momentarily in the middle. Last one coming up, and use your breath to go over and then bring yourself back and drop your hands down. Shake your arms off. Bring your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Leave your hands by your sides. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean over, and let's just hold it here for a moment today in this nice easy one. Keeping the other shoulder back and the arm just resting on your hip and thigh. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, push that bottom hand further down. And just hold it there for a moment. So again, just changing what we're doing a little bit, and then bring yourself back, but using the same movements. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale, go to your second side. Keep that top shoulder back. Keep the bottom hand where it is, and then take a breath in, and as you exhale, go further if you want to. You might not want to, and then come back. We're going to add on arms, so take a breath in. Exhale, drop that bottom hand down. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach up and over. And then inhale, come back to the start. Well done. Take a breath in. Exhale, second side. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach across. And inhale, come back. Last add-on. So, one more add-on. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, push down further on the bottom hand. Nice, let's hold it there for a moment. So just slowly working up into triangle, and then come back without putting the pressure on the legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, over we go. Inhale, reach the ceiling. Exhale, reach across. Inhale, push down and holding. If you want to do that for another couple of breaths, do so. And then bring yourself back. We're in the right position to release off. Hands onto the hips. Rotate. Nice. Rotate the other way. Perfect. And then bring your feet back into the centre. So we're doing another one with a little bit more movement. So I'm stepping forward with one foot, stepping back with the second. Both my legs are straight. I'm going to pull up into my hips, the weight from my feet, and lengthen into the spine. I'm going to bring my arms forward, parallel to each other. Then I'm going to breathe in, bring the arm up, back into bow and arrow. Exhale, take it out. Inhale, take it to the back, and exhale, bring it over. If you're doing different breathing, sorry, I just wobbled there, I was trying to look at you. If you're doing different breathing, as long as you're breathing, so we pull back, we extend out, we rotate to the back, and we bring the arm up and over. So adding on a little bit more effort. We pull back, we extend out, we open and turn to the back, and then we bring the arm over. Relax off, swap legs over. So I didn't say the last time on that last leg, but it looked like everyone was doing it correctly. It's the arm that goes back with the leg that goes back that we're using. So the arm that stays forward is the leg that's forward. So when we're ready, we're pulling back, we're extending out, we're opening the chest, and then we're swinging up and over. Nice. Pull back, extend out, open, up and over. Last one, pull back, bow and arrow. Exhale, out we go. Take it to the back, up and over. Relax your shoulders, give yourself a shake. Well done. So the body, again, just ready for our triangle. So I'm going to do the same one as Monday. I'm going to do 2 on each side. First one, we're using less arms. Second one, we're using more arms. You decide if it's for you or not. So we're going to bring our feet wider than they've just been. Start off with your feet parallel. We're going to open that front foot to be our leading. The back heel can be 45 or 90, you decide. And then bring your arms out and just check that your shoulders are directly above your hips and you kind of not started off yet. You've not got one hip twisted to the front edge of the mat. So when we're ready, take a breath in. Exhale, reach. Nice. Inhale again. Exhale, reach. Lovely. Inhale again. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, take the hand to the top. slow to start off. I'm just doing what feels natural for my body today, so I may have been in slightly different places each time, and that's how we want to work out now. We go where our body dictates at the beginning of the hour. Take a breath in here, exhale, optional, go lower if you want, you don't need to. And holding, and smiling. Drop the top hand, bring the hand back up, bring yourself back up to centre. So I'm going to stay here and do 2 on this side. So just give yourself a moment. If you want to just lift your hips up and down, want to shake off your arms, do. If you need to move your feet and push them back to where, put them back to where they were, then do. So let's take our arms back out for our second one. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach to the front short edge. Inhale. Exhale, reach. See if we can go a little further. Inhale. Exhale, drop. Reach up. If you don't want to reach up at all, keep the hand down to the side of the body. I'm going to look up just momentarily. Take a breath in. Exhale, the arm comes down, taps the arm. And reach up with the hand and arm again. And then drop it down. Nice. You can do this much higher as well, so I'll just adapt it to show you when it's high. And you just drop down and you open up. Nice, everyone. And then drop that hand down. Push yourself back up nice and gently, supporting your hips. And then parallel your feet. Walk in a third of the way. First of all, just stationary hips lifting. Thank you. And then second, a big swirl of a circle. 3 or 4 times. And then bring yourself back to the start. So we're going to take our feet wider again. We're leading with the other foot, so we take the second one to 90. You decide on your back foot, and that depends on how your back and hips are feeling today. Bring the arms out, take a breath in. Exhale, reach. Nice. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift the arm up. We're in our high position if you want, and only if you want to take yourself lower. Use your exhalation to take yourself lower. If you're happy where you are, stay there. If you want to drop an arm down, then please do. Bring yourself back up, so drop the top hand down, push into the thigh, support the hip, bringing yourself back, bring the arms out. Second one. Give yourself a moment. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, prep. Exhale, reach. Inhale, prep. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Look up. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the top hand down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop it down. Nice. Inhale, open up. Remember, you don't need to do this. Drop down. Open up. Drop the hand to the hips. Push yourself back up. Take both hands onto the waist. Walk yourself all the way back in. Slowly. Do a couple of circles one way. And then do circles the other way. And then place your hands on your thighs. Thank you. And arch into cat, standing. Hold it for a moment and then bring your chin in a little bit further. Take a breath in. Exhale, push into the thighs, push bottom out, lift your chin and chest up. And holding. Let's do one more. So take a breath in. Exhale, arch, chin in. Inhale here. Exhale, push yourself down into cow. Lift the chest, lift the chin. And then from here, push yourself back up to standing. Well done. Give yourself a shake. Give yourself a moment. And then bring your mats to the position that we're going to do our warrior one. So you'll have worked out what's best for you now. We're going to do our warrior one, add on a few arms, and then we're going to go into our crescent lunge and extended angle. So Lots going on and lots of options. When you want to stop, then stop. Don't overdo it, especially, as I say, if you've not had a chance to do many classes recently. So, feet on the mat, obviously. Gaze forward and soft. Neck long. Spine long. Lift your knees up towards your hip bones. Make the feet an imprint into the mat. Take the hands into prayer. Elbows out. And just hold yourself for a moment, doing a little body scan on how everything's feeling. And then, if you can take your foot back with your hands in prayer, do so. If not, adjust your hands back onto your hips. Sorry, I had forgotten. I've been doing it with hands on hips the last few weeks. And then sink into your front leg. My back foot's at 45, my heel is down onto the mat. Both my hip bones are parallel to each other, they're facing the short edge. And my palms are making a nice strong connection again. So through the upper body and upper back, it's all connected. Unless your neck is sore, then loosen it off. Let's hold it for a moment. And then take the arms forward, separate them to shoulder width apart, lift one arm to the ceiling, and just hold it there for a moment. Feel the stretch into the shoulder. Drop it down. Lift the other arm up. Pull the shoulder down. Extend up with the hands, extend forward with the other arm. Drop that one down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach both hands up to the ceiling. Sink more down into your front thigh and hold. Full warrior one. Don't grip with the front toes. I've just released mine off. I was. Rotate the palms forward. Drop your arms down slowly and then clasp them behind your bottom. Push the hands down through your bottom. And two options. You stay here or you look up and then you push the hands down a little more. Second option, you don't need to. Bring the head back first. Relax the hands and take them onto your hips and thigh. And then lift the back heel up. Nice and gently hold it for a moment. And then walk it slightly further back. So I've kind of lifted a little bit up into my hips as well, and I'll go back down in a minute. So now my back leg is longer away, my heel is off the mat, the ball of the foot is on the mat, and I'm going to use my hands just to adjust my hips if you need to, if they might have just swayed around to the long edge when you took your leg further back. So two options here, and it's not for everyone. Now, if your lower back's sore today, or your knee is sore, I don't want you doing this next bit, I want you staying still. But if you're okay, drop the back knee, and then extend straight. Drop the back knee, and extend straight. Drop the back knee, hold on to your waist and hips as you're doing it, and extend. Well done, you can just see people bobbing up and down. And extend, thank you, last one. Perfect. And release. Well done. I want you to let the chest come forward. And let's give ourselves a moment. We'll just take our hands onto our front thigh. And just let yourself stay still, for a moment. And just see how you're feeling. Now, if you're happy to do the last bit, then we'll all do it together. If you're not wanting to do any more, I want you to step in now. We've been here for quite a while. If you're okay, we're going to have two options. The hands, three options. The hands stay where they are. The hands come onto the hips now, or the hands come down by the side of your hips. So, let's hold it here. Those of you that have got your arms extended, I want you to bring one up behind you. I want you to bring the other one up. You might only be doing one arm and holding on with the other. I want to spread our fingers out strong and then pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hands back on thigh. Bring your chest up slightly and hobble or walk back in. Give yourself a moment, little bit of a stationary walk going on, shaking off going on. I'm going to come to the other side. You don't need to, you can stay where you are, just so that it's my front leg that's always reaching back and you can see more clearly. And just start off again into Tadasana. We're just going to leave our hands by the side of our body for a moment. I'm going to feel my feet making an imprint. Feel the knees lift. Feel the tailbone push down. Feel the hip bones as I say lift. Feel the shoulders down. Feel the neck long, but feel the head light. And just gaze softly in front of you, listening to your breath, and then bringing our thoughts back into our rib cage, expanding and contracting. So let's just bring ourselves back for a moment and think about breath. And then take the hands onto the hips and we're going to step back with the other leg. So we step back and push the weight down onto the heel. If you need to adjust your front leg, that's probably taking it further out to the outside of the mat, then do so, and then sink down into your front thigh. Thank you. Our shoulders are above our hips. We're holding on to start off. My feet are nice and strong on the mat, but not gripping. Take the hands into prayer. Elbows out. Warrior one, prayer arms. Just hold it again for a moment. And then take your fingers into a steeple. So we're going to cross our fingers and point our index fingers to the ceiling. And then we're going to reach forward with our arms in our steeple. And the steeple is pushing forward. So just a little bit more effort into the shoulders on this one. Now if your neck's sore, keep your hands here. If your shoulders are tight, perhaps keep them here. If you're okay, reach to the ceiling, extending your arms up. Keep your inside of your arms close to your ears and head and holding. If you can't get all the way up and you're just leaning in front of you like this, that's absolutely fine. Adjust it to what your body is telling you today. And then bring your hands back down softly, butterfly wings, clasp behind the bottom. Push the hands down through your bottom. You start to feel the stretch across your front of your chest. And then if you want to, look to the ceiling and push down further. So once you look up, you're leaning back slightly, and that's when you can let your arms go a little bit further down. If you've kept your head neutral, please stay there. And then bring your head back first. Take your hands onto your hips. Lift your back heel up and slowly and carefully walk it back a little bit further. So we're not in competition. It doesn't matter how far back we go. If you've decided you need a rest, then please take it. If you're okay, we're going to keep our hands on our hips while we do our knee drop. We drop the knee and we straighten. Thank you. Drop the knee. Brilliant. And straighten. Well done, everyone. Drop the knee and straighten. Last one. And straighten. And then when you're ready, tip yourself forward and take your hands onto your front of your thigh. So we're getting a nice stretch from the bottom down to our heel. We're working both hips and thighs. Well, I want you to decide if you want to keep your hands on your thighs or if you want to step in and leave this last little bit out. Second option, keep your chest forward but take your hands on your waist and hips so you're giving yourself a little support, or take the hands down by the hips with the palms facing back. Take one hand up, take the other hand up, spread the fingers out and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop them back onto the thighs. Bring your chest up and step in gradually till you get to the front of the mat and back into the middle. Well done. I think that's the most difficult bit over. Tick in the box. Oh, I actually finished that a bit earlier today, so hopefully I didn't rush through it. Thank you, thank you. Get into your swing. So we're going to do a balance and then we are down, but before we do our balance, we're just adding in a few little squats, which we have been doing. I've just sneakily tagged on. So we're going to end up in a chair balance, so that's why I've brought in squats here. You can do squats with hands onto your hips. You're just going to come down a little bit and back up, or you'll do a lower squat with the hands coming forward and back to your hips. You decide which one you want to do, but on both, please, feet have to be parallel, knees facing forward, hips facing forward. So when you're ready, we're going to come down and bring ourselves back up. 1, we're coming into a squat. 2, now pull your tummy in as you come down and keep it pulled in as you bring yourself back up. I'm not doing too much about breath. I want you just to keep breathing. We're not going too low. And down and up. Now, this is not good for knees. Then just care for what you're doing. Although physios will tell you to do squats if you've got bad knees. Never understood that, but it obviously works. And come back up and drop. And come back up and drop. Last one coming up. If you stopped already, that's fine. And bring yourself back up. Well done. We're taking our hands onto our hips and we're bending our knees just gently again. So we're going to lift and lower heels. So those of you that don't want to do the slightly more complicated balance at the end, then don't need to. But if you want to try the balance at the end and you need to hold on to something, then please do. And lift one heel up and drop it down. One heel up and drop it down. Sorry, I'm out of breath. One heel up and drop it down. One heel up and drop it down. Last one. And drop. And then this one, as we lift it, we're going to lift it all the way up and over, and then we're going to sink down into our hips. So create chair, cross leg, balance. When you're ready, take the hands into prayer. Keep the hip bones lifted, keep the tailbone pushed down. Gaze at something on your floor in front of you that's not going to move. It's better to gaze down than forward. And hold for 3, and 2, and 1. Step down, hands onto the thighs, arch into cat. Release off the lower back from the compression that we've just done. And then bring yourself back up. We're going to do the other leg. So decide if you need to move something or move yourself. Take the hands onto the hips or coming into your squats. We're going to do another 8 squats and then go to the other side of lifting leg. So we squat, come back up, we squat. If you don't want to go very far, just do a tiny little 1, 3, 4, and up. You want to go all the way down and up, then please do. And up, last 2. So 8's not too many. And forward and up. Take the hands onto the hips. Bend the knees. Lift one heel. Drop it down. Lift the other heel. Drop it down. So just feel the stretch into the foot. So we're just strengthening foot and ankle with a slight movement of lifting. I know this is not right for everyone. Work to your body and down. So this is going to be the last one on this side. Then I drop it down. As I bring my second one up, I'm going to cross it over, sink into my hips, take my gaze to something on my floor. It's going to be my shoe. Take my hands into prayer if you want to. And we're holding. I didn't talk quite so much on this side. So for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Brilliant. Hands, feet back on the mat, hands onto the thigh, arch up, thank you. And then bring yourself back up to standing. Shake yourself off, take a moment, we're going down onto our mat. Move your cameras, move your mats. Come into child's pose, or a variation of it, and then we'll just give ourselves a moment of breath before we come on to our last little bit of sequence that is a powerful bit. So we end up in a low plank, which not everyone is going to do. Some of us are going to do that as a leg stretch. And we'll do a little bit of leg work before we get there. So, when you get to your position of chair, I'm keeping my hands forward. You can have them forward or you can have them back. Take a moment to let your rib cage just drop down, and the body might feel quite warm, or it might not, it might feel stiff. We're all going to be different. So you just want to take your time to get the rib cage resting on the front of the thigh or as close to. And then allow the head to rest either on your hands or the mat. We're all different. Feel the upper back relax. And then let your breath come back in to breathing, concentrating on our rib cage, expanding and contracting. So third time today. Letting the body come back to a moment of quietness. Listening to the sound of your own breath. Let any other sounds in your room become part. Doesn't matter what's going on in your house. But just allowing your breath to lengthen. And that just be the main focus, just for a few breaths. And then push yourself up and onto all fours. So if your wrists are sore, you've been going on to your forearms, then you go do that straight away. Don't persevere if you've got sore wrists, it's not going to work. We're going to arch into cat. You can do that on your wrists, on your hands or on your forearms, just arching up. We let the chin come down and into our chest. Feel the head heavy. Feel the hip bones lift up. Feel the knees making an imprint in the mat. If you need more cushioning, please have a cushion under your knees or more mat folded over. And have the feet flat, not with your toes on the mat and your heels up. Just relax the ankles. Take a breath in here, exhale, arch up, transition into cow. We're going to hold it again here like we did the cat. We're going to hold it for a moment, just thinking about what we're doing. So our main points are bringing the chest forward, bringing the chin forward, looking up if you want to. Pushing your bottom upwards, keeping your elbows straight unless you're on your forearms. And then flatten the back. Again, if you're on your wrists and you feel you need to go down onto your forearms now, please do. If not, stay where you are. I'm going to bring one leg up into its L shape, toes pointing the ceiling. We're going to pulse up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop it down. Arch into cat. Release the back. Flatten the back. Pull your core up. Take the other leg into its L shape. Toes pointing to the ceiling. Try to keep your weight on both hands or both arms. And then point and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop the knee. Arch into cat. To release. Flatten the back. I want you to swing your bottom from side to side as if it's in a kind of half moon position. And then we're all going to come down onto our forearms. So, lots of options here. We're coming in eventually into a plank. We are not all going to do a plank. That's absolutely fine. If you want your arms not in parallel, and you can bring them in and just clasp your hands in front of you. If your arms feel fine, have them like train tracks with your palms on the mat. And then take one leg to the end of the mat, your bottom's nice and high still, and just push the weight into the ball of the foot and push the weight out through the heel. And just hold that for a moment, so we're just sneakily adding in a leg stretch. And then bring that knee back and we take the other leg out. Push the ball of the foot in and then push the weight out the heel, so you feel your foot getting a stretch too. And then drop it in. Now, if those of you that do not want to do a plank, that was a double negative, then you're going to do that again with each leg. And if you're okay, we're going to take our first leg back, the toe and the ball of the foot on the mat. We're going to take our second leg back. We're going to do a nice pelvic tilt, bring our chest forward, and we're going to hold for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, drop your knees anytime, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. Drop your knees, walk your hands back. Thank you. Relax the feet. Bring your chest back down onto your thighs, but keep your arms facing forward. Let your head drop between your upper arms and feel the stretch, 1 across the upper back as you reach forward with the hands, and 2 in the base of the spine as you bring your bottom down towards your heels. So we want the whole spine and upper body to release. And just give yourself another couple of moments. And then bring yourself up to kneeling. Well done. We are going to go and have a little bit more release, and then I'm coming up to sitting to do a couple of sitting tummy ones, which is easier for those of us that don't like lifting our head. So let's bring ourselves on our mats with our back nice and heavy, holding onto your shins. Let's close our eyes for a moment. Give ourselves a couple of breaths to release. And then just let your head roll to one side, eyes opened or closed. And back to centre. And then to the other side. And back to centre. Take the hands onto the knees. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do our circles. So just allowing again our spine to a little stretch, but also now into our hips. And just release off from our triangle, from our warrior, from our crescent lunge, our balance, everything that we've put in up to this moment. Perfect. And then we'll take our feet onto the mat, bring our arms out, and just roll over the knees just slightly. And then bring them back to centre and roll them the other way. So although we're releasing off, we're still working. So you think first, move second. And then you bring your knees up. And we're going to ask our body to go a little further if you want. It's optional. So the knees go to the first side. And if you want to, take the hand across and hold on to the top leg and just gently pull it over. If that is not for you, leave it out. Release that hand back to where it was on the floor. Bring the knees up. Roll to the other side. Take the hand over and drop down. Reach, pull over. Stepped out of the room there for a moment. And then come back up. Well done. We're going to push ourselves up to sitting, nice and slowly. Thank you. Perfect. So, we've done them before, but we've not done them for a while, so I'm going to bore you with all the technique. My feet are hip distance apart and my feet are flat. I don't want to bring my heels up. My knees are bent. I'm just going to hold on to the front of the knees to start off. So so I can pull myself up to a nice straight sitting position. Then I'm going to take my hands, when I'm in that straight sitting position, onto the top of the knees. I'm going to take a breath in, and then exhale. I'm going to lean back until my elbows are straight, and then I'm going to inhale, bend the elbows, bring yourself back to that nice straight back. So we're going to do 10, then I'm going to add on. So take a breath in, exhale, support, pull your tummy in, inhale, come back. We're exhaling through the mouth. Breathe in, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, halfway, number 5. Inhale. Now, if your coccyx or lower back feels a little bit sore, you can bring your mat in just so that you are leaning onto a little bit more padding. I should have actually said you could do a cushion for this one before we sat down. Sorry, that was my fault. Drop down. Coming up, we're going to do one more. And drop down. We're going to stay in our leaning back position. Holding for a moment. Now, if you want, we're going to take one hand off and hold it above the knee. Hold your tummy strong. Drop it down. Take the other hand off. Reach forward. Drop it down. You know what's coming. We're going to take both hands off, or you keep holding your knees and just stay where you are. You're still working core without taking hands off. Take the hands off and holding for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hands on knees. Bring yourself back up. This time, release the back by holding onto the backs of the legs. Let the head drop down onto your knees, or it's close to. And just let yourself stretch there for a moment. And then bring yourself back up. Walk your bottom in. Thank you. Take the hands onto the knees, or around the front of the knees, and start to roll yourself down. If you want to take your hands behind your thighs, do so. But trying to go down without a thump at the back, at the end. And then bring your knees in to the bent position again. Now if you need to release off anything, then please do. We're going to do toe taps. We've not done toe taps also for a while. So we'll start off with our hands down by the side of our body. If you want to keep just lifting one knee up and taking it down and lifting the other knee up, then please do that. So we'll do that first. But before we do anything, I want you to feel your shoulders widen, your hips widen, and just feel a weight of your spine coming down onto the mat. So I don't want you to do a pelvic tilt to keep your spine down. I just want you to feel your spine kind of drop and feel heavy. Let the weight come onto one foot, float the other knee up to tabletop. Drop that down, push the weight into that foot, keep the back still, drop, bring the other knee up and drop down. We're going to do that one more time. So we push the weight into the foot, float the other leg up to tabletop and drop down, push into the weight of the foot, and lift the other leg up. Now, those of you that want to continue doing that, please do. If you're okay, bring the second leg up to meet the first. Hold it for a moment, feel your spine strong, and double tap with the right foot, tap, tap, lift, double tap with the left foot, tap, tap, lift, double tap with the right, and pulse, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. Feel the tummy working. Keep the head still but not tense. Tap, tap, lift, tap, tap, lift. Last set. Tap, tap, lift, tap, tap, lift. Bring your knees in. Well done. Give them a hug. So we're going to do a leg extension as the last one. I want to have a nice
cool down today. We'll still be working as we start to cool down. But just finishing off with a leg extension. I'm going to do one with our head down and one with our head up. Those of you that like to keep your head down, you just keep it down the whole time. And we will continue from one to the other. So I'll tell you when we're going to lift our heads up. So we're going to take our hands onto one shin and take the other leg out 45 degrees. And then we're just going to swap over. So nice and gently and slowly, just moving your hand from leg to leg and extending that leg out in a 45. Sometimes we do a low one. Today we're doing nice and high. So we're just working into bottoms and thighs, working into lower abdominals. And those of you that want to make it more challenging, lift your head up now, tuck your chin into your chest, and continue. So the legs are still staying roughly 45 degrees. If you want to hold your head with one hand, then do so. And then you just swap hands. Sorry, the one hand that's forward swaps legs. Don't keep changing the hand at the back of your head. Sorry, that would make it very complicated. And just keep going. Last two. And drop. Well done, well done. Bring your feet to the width of the mat, bring your hands out. I just want to begin with, just tap your knees in and open out. And tap them in the middle and open out. Tap them in the middle, open out. Last one. Tap them in the middle, open out. Roll both knees over, windscreen wipers, nice and gently. I'm not going too far. If you feel any sort of twinge in the lower back, then please don't go too far at all, just off center line, so that you're just really using knees and outsides of legs, not adding on to the spine. And then whichever way you're going, on this next one, stop and stay still with the legs to the side. And then just try, if you can, to pull that inside knee a little bit further over, and you'll feel just a little bit more stretch into the front of the thigh. And then come up and over to the other side. And again, just let them rest there for a moment. If you've got a tight side like I do, you'll feel a big difference between one side and the other. If you've got perfect legs, then you won't. And then just drop that inside knee down. And then bring them back up. Last one in this little set. Bring your feet in together. Cross your right heel over the left knee. Take the hand and open the right knee out. And then slide your hands through the thigh. Holding on. Remember, we're all different on how we do our release stretches as well. So you should feel the stretch in the bottom on the right hand side. And just let that muscle start to stretch out. And then cross the other leg over. Push the hand into the knee first to open into the hip. Unless that's sore, don't do it. And then bring your leg in to feel the stretch. It doesn't happen straight away, it just takes a moment, and then you start to feel that stretch around the outside of your bottom, and the muscles there. And then relax it off and take the feet to the end of the mat, and then open them out into a nice wide V, and let your feet flop out to the outside. Make sure you feel comfortable in the hips. Make sure you feel comfortable through the shoulders. And then take the hands just a little bit further out from your hips. With the palms facing up, fingers in claw. Close your eyes. And last time, to listen to your breath and listen to your rib cage and feel your rib cage expand and contract from the hour. The rest of the day we won't be thinking about our breathing, we'll be doing our stuff. So allow the breath to become the most important thing. As you breathe in through the nose, and either exhale through the nose or mouth, whichever feels comfortable and natural. Allow your breath to be heard in the room that you're in. And as you take your breath back to what feels natural, just slide your thumb across your fingers once or twice, back and forward. Wiggle your toes. Relax the feet back into the centre of the mat and slide one leg up at a time. And then bring one knee in at a time. Bring your bottom off the mat and feel yourself have a tight squeeze into the shins. And then drop your legs, shift your bum, roll onto your side. Well done everyone. Thank you for coming in today. So I will text everyone at the weekend because next week's slightly different. I'm here normally on Monday, Wednesday I'm away for 3 days, so I will be back at the weekend. So on Wednesday you can do a class on Facebook or ask me to send you a YouTube class, or you could meet up and go for a walk. And then I'll be back on the Monday and the Wednesday before I fly up to Glasgow the following weekend. So thank you everyone. Some of you are staying on for a chat. The rest of you have a lovely rest of the week and you'll get my reminder in a couple of days.
Bye bye, Cord.
Bye bye Mercedes.
Bye bye.
Bye Ruth. Bye Sandra. Have a good wedding.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Hello Jackie. Bye Joyce. Thank you very much. Bye Vicky. Have a good time the rest of the week.